Hey guys, it's Stacey. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is just going to be a real fun video all about my evangelism testimonies and experiences and stories I've had while evangelizing, and I really hope you enjoy. So before I start telling you guys these stories, I just thought that I'd give you a bit of context. Every Fridays, me, my mum and my brother go out evangelizing, so basically just give out leaflets in these doorposts. And yeah, there are church leaflets, and I think I spoke about them in a previous video. I'll link that down below. So the stories I'm going to be telling you are all from that, and sometimes you give the leaflets people by hand, and yeah. So let's just get straight into the video. So the first story I had is when I basically put the leaflet through the doorpost, and this person saw, because like at the cover it says you were created for a purpose, so it obviously kind of gives that vibe that is about like Christianity. So the person saw it and they threw it out the door. Happened to me twice, and I guess when these things happen it's so easy to get discouraged, but I guess we should know that we're not doing this for human beings, and we're doing it to please God. And we're doing it so that other people will get to know about God. So even if one person throws a leaflet out, there'll be hundreds of other people who have come to God through that leaflet. Another story is basically when we went out to town, and my mum gave this leaflet to this man, and he went up to us and he started telling us that we're doing the devil's work. And he was telling us that Christianity is a man-made religion and how the true Christians were the Jews. I don't even know. He just kept going round and round in circles, and we were just listening to him, like trying to give him the leaflet. I don't really know whether in the end he took it or not, but he just kept telling us that we're doing the devil's work and that we shouldn't be doing that, we should just stop. Yeah, so it was kind of strange, obviously, for someone, like when you're doing God's work, someone's telling you doing the devil's work. But I guess you're obviously going to have people around like that, and not everyone is going to receive God with an open heart. So another story is basically after we finished evangelizing, we went inside the car, and then we were driving home, and I think my mum stopped to go and buy something, and when we were reversing we accidentally hit this person's car behind us, and obviously the person wasn't there, so we didn't really know what to do, because obviously we couldn't just drive off because we had just been evangelizing, and what kind of example are we given of Christians? So the other people didn't see, but we know that God sees. So instead we decided, my mum was going to write her number on a piece of paper and leave it on like the car window so that they'll know. The people came earlier, and they were really angry, and they started shouting and everything. My mum said that we'll sort it out and that she'll pay for it and everything. And then when we left, it was kind of, sometimes you just have thoughts in your head saying like, why God, why did you allow this to happen? But I really believe that this was a test from God to see whether we would just drive off, because we could have easily done that, or whether we would have just been faithful to God and just told the people that we had done it. And we did that, and they called back the next day, I believe, and they were still angry after that. And that was like last year, and they still haven't called back since then. And I feel like that just made me know that it was just a test from God, and he was doing that to test us, and not because he wanted to see us suffer, but that was definitely a test from God, because up to now they still have not called back, they still have not said anything about the car, and I don't even know what's happened right now, but it was just like, we just praise God because we know that he delivered us from the situation that we were in. Another one is such a crazy story. Basically, we were leaving to go evangelizing, and I went into the house to go and get something, and the way the door is in our house, when you lock it from the outside, you can't open it back again. So I put my mum's key on the inside of the door, I opened the door and left, and then the door shut. So basically the key was on the inside and I couldn't open the door. So we were basically locked out the house, and we knew it was an attack from the devil, that he didn't want us to go, but we were obviously not going to give up. So basically I jumped on top of these bins, and then jumped over like the roof part, and then jumped through the bathroom window. It was so crazy, but we've been locked out of the house before, and it took us hours. We had to even get the neighbors to come and help us get back in the house. And this time I literally just jumped through the window and then went to get the key and got out within like 5 minutes, and I'm not even joking, it was that fast. Now looking back, I can just know that like God's angels were there protecting us. He helped us in that situation. And we've also had situations when like we tell people that we're giving them a leaflet and they're happy to take it, and when we say it's a church leaflet, then they just shake their head and like no. And it's just kind of like looking at the way society sees God. And I feel like nowadays a lot of people see God as just like some man up in the clouds who just like punishes people, but that's how I used to think he was as well. But really he's just like a loving, caring God so personal, and we should make it clear that God is not just a man up in the clouds doing whatever he wants to do, but really he's like right next to us, and he is closer than the air we breathe. And I think that's something that we should make really clear to people when we're evangelizing to them, so that they know. And now I wanted to share with you guys some good stories. So basically, when we went evangelizing one time, I was really tired because these houses that we were doing were like really massive houses, and we had to walk like 2 meters to get from one house to another. And it was so hot that day, and I was complaining in my head. I was like, oh God, why are you making me do this? Because it literally just took me like 2 minutes to only get 5 houses done, and I was complaining and everything. And then I put it in this house. It was during like the quarantine around that time. This like elderly lady was washing up, and I could see her in the window. And then I went to go and put the leaflet in. I think she could see me coming, so she left and she came to meet me at the door, and she literally looked so thankful and so grateful. She was almost crying. She was like, thank you so much. And then I just felt God telling me that these are the kind of blessings that you will have if you just obey me and you don't complain. And I guess that just made my day, just seeing her smile. And yeah, so that just made me really thankful and really grateful that I hadn't given up, because there are so many blessings that God blesses us with through just obeying him. Last time we put a leaflet in this door, and then our email was at the back of it, and this man came back and emailed us and was like, thank you so much for the work that you're doing. And he was just encouraging us, and he even wrote back and emailed us during like the whole quarantine and COVID period, and was just encouraging us. And I guess those are the kind of things that lift you up and that makes you so thankful for what you do. That is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And also, as Christmas is coming up, I also wanted to do some Christmas videos, so if you have any ideas for that, comment that down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. God bless and goodbye. We gon' make it through if it takes us all night. No matter what the odds may bring our way.